My name is Rekia Amodu from Nigeria Korea Model School. I take cultural and creative art. I'm here to present the topic on multimedia-based supplementary teaching material, climate change, civic education, and good governance. I want to start by defining what is multimedia. When we talk of multimedia, it is a content that uses the combination of different content such as audio, video, text, animation, sound, and interactive content to effectively communicate ideas to the user. The key features in teaching and learning is the selection of instructional resources that meet the need of the student and fit the constraint of teaching and learning environment. Carefully selected instructional resources tempt teachers to race ahead or take more topic than required within a short period of time. Multimedia-based instructional resources are usually categorized into student-centered and teacher-centered instructional resources. When we talk of student-centered instructional resources, instructional resources are used for discovery, for problem solving, review, and tutorial. While teacher-centered instructional resources are used for presentation. The importance of multimedia-based instructional resources are: it increases the student's academic performance, it creates room for interactive learning, thereby shaping the student's personality, it makes them to learn to study on their own and did evaluation without the teachers or the instructor. It also attract the student attention in the classroom. It also and help the teacher to control the overcrowded classroom, which is classroom management, because students like video and audio, so it will arouse their interest and make them to concentrate. Thereby the information they learn will remain long in their head for a long period of time. When we talk of supplementary instructional resources, the supplementary multimedia-based instructional resources are a collection of additional material that are used in the classroom for effective classroom delivery that engage the student and make the teaching more interesting. Supplementary multimedia-based instructional resources, they are material that support the main course. It is a tools that the teachers use in the classroom to enhance effective teaching and learning. Multimedia supplementary material are very important in cultural and creative arts, because in cultural and creative arts, it is activity-based subject. Students tend to learn more by doing and seeing more than mere explanation. So with the aid of supplementary instructional resources, it builds the student's ability and make them to engage in activity and learn on their own. In cultural and creative art, take for instance Nigeria art. Nigeria art, there are arts that have been there in the olden days. The student does not have easy access to it for now, but with the aid of supplementary instructional resources, students will be able to see a printout like this and see this is Igbo Uku art. The picture will make the student to understand more about the art and give them a deeper meaning about the topic. With the aid of multimedia-based supplementary instructional resources, students tend to understand more, and it gives them the meaning of some topic that is very hard or difficult to explain. Like Nigeria festival. In Nigeria local festival, a festival is celebrated in Nigeria even before the coming of the two major religions in Nigeria. It is an event that is characterized by the aspect of culture of each community. With the aid of supplementary based instructional resources like video clip, images, songs, and so on. Children will be able to understand more about the festival, because it is not all of them that will have access to travel and watch the festival live. But with the aid of supplementary teaching material, students will be able to see the pictures like this is New Yam Festival celebrated at the eastern part of Nigeria. This is Igwe Festival celebrated at the Benin Kingdom. This is Osogbo Festival, which is celebration of the river goddess in order to appease the gods. This is Eyo Festival celebrated in Lagos State of Nigeria. This is Doba, which is celebrated in the northern part of Nigeria. And this is Agugu Festival, which is the celebration which is celebrated in the Katsina State. That is the northern part of Nigeria. With the aid of multimedia supplementary instructional resources, children will be able to see all these pictures and understand more about the topic rather than a mere explanation. With the aid of multimedia instructional resources like video clip, children will be able to watch and understand more how this festival are celebrated, the economic importance, and how it unites people from different parts of the world, not only within Nigeria, but outside the world, that came to watch this festival and how they celebrate the festival is celebrated. It equally make them to know more about other people's culture. With the aid of multimedia-based instructional resources like movie, images, students are attached to video, and anything that comes with video will retain their interest. The information they get will remain for a long time in their memory. It also makes the student to study aside the topic. Students were able to get closer to their teachers, and also encourage the student to make use of imagination. The importance of supplementary based instructional material in Nigeria or in our education system cannot be overemphasized, as both the teachers and the students need to change from a traditional way of teaching method to a digital way, which is the 21st century, and which is computer-based system of education. Thank you. And that brought us to climate change. Climate change, otherwise known as global warming, which is referred to the rise in the average surface temperature on Earth. Climate change occurs when changes in the climate system rise. When changes in the climate system rise in a new weather pattern that lasted for about a decade or a millions of years. When we talk of climate system comprises of the air, water, ice, earth crust, and the living things. Climate system derives its energy from the sun and little from the earth. When we talk of climate change, okay, what are the causes of climate change? Climate change are caused by the internal variability, which means within the 5 climate system, which is the air, water, living things, and the earth crust. For example, the ocean. Then we have external forces, which is the causes outside the 5 system. For example, we have the solar output and the volcanism. Then we also have human causes. Climate change are also caused by the human activity on the earth. For example, the emission of the oil from the emission from the fossil oil. We have the oxygen released from the cement manufacturing industry. We have deforestation, agriculture, human land use, and other human activities causes climate change. Also, what are the effects? The effect of climate change on human being, or the effect of climate change on our society. We have economic loss, which is and then loss of life, well-being or health, and other negative in social and political area. Look at the effect People are now traveling on water because of the flood. Look at the effect. The land that's supposed to be used for agricultural purpose is now being wasted by rising temperature. People now migrate in search of more fertile terrains. The land, agricultural land are now being occupied by the flood. A village is now taken over by the flood. People now look for a way to pack the water, if not they cannot build. This is the animal are affected by the climate change. Climate change is also the incidents. Other causes are incidents in the incidents of wildlife, which threaten habitats, human life, and so on. Then we have heat wave, also contribute to human death. We have drought and so on. Then what is the way out? How do we tackle the problem of climate change? Most of the climate change are caused by human activity. So human beings need to be oriented. They need an orientation from the government and from the international community and the civil society in order to be aware of the cause and consequence of their activities on the earth. If this is failure to address this, can cause the world economic and social loss. And that brought us to civic education. What is civic education? Civic education is the study of the theoretical, political, and practical aspect of citizenship. It is the study of how, as well as the right and duty, civil law, civil code, and government institution, with attention to the role of government concerning the needs of the masses. When we talk of civic, the word civic is derived from a French word, civic, which means citizen, and the Latin word civic, which is a gallock of oak leaves worn around on the head by a person who saved another person's life. Civic education equally is the study of duty and rights of the citizen and how government work. It is the duty of the government to educate the citizen on ethic, civic education, and then encourage ethical education, ethical behavior, and personal responsibility. To achieve this, there must be freedom of choice, action, and result of action being taken by each citizen. The importance of civic education: it corrects the ill of the society. It makes the people to be aware. It makes us to be aware and informed about the happening around us. It teaches the virtues of democratic deliberation for the sake of future citizenship. It makes us to be active and well informed in the society about the things happening around us and the consequence of violating the law, norms, and values of the society and the nation as a whole. Good governance. Good governance in international development. Good governance is a subjective term that describes how public institutions conduct their affairs and how public resources are managed effectively or in a preferable way. Good governance is a decision making. It is a process of decision making and how these decisions are implemented or not implemented. Good governance can be applied to corporate, international, national, and the local community. The concept emerged to compare the economic, political effectiveness and ineffectiveness with the viable economic and political bodies. It centers on the responsibility of the government to provide and meet the needs of the masses. The dimension depends on how on how the government are elected, accountable to their citizens, credibility in the government, and respect for institution respect for institution, both government and the citizen, and the effective delivery of public goods. Good governance is an approach to government that is committed to creating a system founded in justice, peace, that protect human rights. It is measured by some of the following factors, which is 1. Participation. The participation requires that all groups have equal, all the group, especially the masses, should have direct access or a representative at the system of government. They should have freedom of association and freedom of expression. 2. We have rule of law. The rule of law that protects the human rights and civil liberty of the citizen, particularly the vulnerable. That is independent judiciary and police that are free from corruption, that will protect the less privileges. Number 3, we have responsiveness, which simply means institution that respond to their stakeholders on time. We have transparency. Citizens should understand and have access to the means in which decisions are made effectively, especially the decisions that affect them directly. Consensus oriented. This seeks to address the different needs, perspective, and expectation of the diverse citizen. Decisions need to be made in a way that reflects understanding of the cultural, historical, and social context of the society. We have accountability, which means that this refers to an institution that is being accountable to the people, e.g. the government, civil society, and the private sector. Effectiveness and efficiency. This involves development and sustainable use of resources to meet the need of the citizen and to ensure that both the social investment and natural resources are maintained for future use. We have equity and inclusiveness, depend on ensuring that all members of the society feel included and empowered to improve or maintain their well-being effectively, especially the minority or the vulnerable. Thank you all.